Hello, welcome to this quick tutorial on how to use the Gleaning Hub as a tree steward. This is our Gleaning Hub portal. You may be familiar with this from previous years. You can find it by typing in gleaning.lifecyclesproject.ca. You can also find it from our website or from the bottom of emails from us. So type in your info here, and this is your home page. If you're ever lost or need to get back to it, you can just click on the Lifecycles logo up here and it'll take you back there. So, what have we got going on? These 3 trees are the ones registered on my property. For 2 of them, I've already requested a pick, and I'm going to show you how I went about doing that. So for this plum, I'm going to hit Request Pick. This page is going to tell you more about how to make a pick request, but I'll give you the Coles notes. You're going to need to know approximately when your tree will ripen to within a week. So we have these week-long windows, which is how we organize when our harvests happen. If you're wanting to know more about how to tell when your tree is ripe or get a general sense of when it should be ripe, just watch this video here. For estimating how much fruit is going to be on your tree, we use wine boxes to collect fruit because each box holds about 20 pounds, and that's a good amount for a volunteer to carry. It can be difficult when you're looking at your apple tree, say, and the fruits are only this big, to imagine how much fruit you're going to have. So instead, we suggest that you count them, get a rough count, and around 40 or 50 typical apples forms one wine box. So that's a way that we've found works pretty well to figure out how much fruit is on your tree. We absolutely love it when stewards attach some photos of their tree. We do have a whole group of volunteers called tree assessors, and they go out and check on properties, look at trees, take photos of the tree and the surrounding areas, and that work gives our picking volunteers a really good idea of what they're up against when they go to a new property. So having photos on your account is such a benefit to us. So if you're able to do so, go ahead and do so. And these are the kind of photos that we would love to see. If your account doesn't have a lot of information, then you're probably going to get an assessor come your way. If that is the case, you're going to get an email notifying you of when the assessor is planning to come. Okay, so once we've read through that and we've got all the info we need, you can say, I'm ready. Here we go. So I have chosen a plum, a mock plum. And when will a plum be ready? At the earliest, late July, I think. Let's go the 21st to the 27th. I've had a look at my fictional tree and done a little bit of mental math, and it seems like there's going to be approximately 80 pounds of fruit. Now, knowing this, I want to decide how much fruit I would like left for me. So you can keep a maximum of 25% of the fruit for yourself, and you're welcome to do less. If you have a tree that is going to give you like 500 pounds of fruit and you don't need more than 100 pounds of fruit just to yourself, feel free to put a lower percentage. In this case, these are prune plums and they're delicious, and I'm going to save some for later by dehydrating them. So I'm going to keep a full 20 pounds of plums. Okay, and this is where you have a chance to upload photos, choosing files there, and then that looks good. Oh, it's going to make me put a photo now because I told it I would give it one. All right, let's pick a random photo. And that's what it looks like when it's going. All right, and then we can hit submit. Okay, now all of my trees are activated. But what might happen is You walk out one day and the tree is supposed to be ready in a couple weeks, but you can tell it's a bit behind this summer. Um, or maybe a big windstorm comes through and knocks off a bunch of the fruit, and you're going to have a lot lower of a yield. In any case, things happen, and we really do encourage you to keep an eye on what's happening with your tree so that we don't come too early or too late, or if all the fruit is gone because a raccoon ate it all, we don't come out and have our volunteers spend their time coming out to a tree that doesn't have anything. So as you go in the season, keep an eye on your tree. And if you need to make any updates, you can do that by clicking the update button. You can change the date. You can change the amount of fruit. If you decide, actually, I'm really tired out, I don't want to do any processing, you can say, I don't want any fruit. And when you submit that, those changes will be reflected. Other things, let's go back to our home page here. Let's have a look at this little button. It's kind of small, but it's important. So location details. It's talking about the area, and then health and structure of the trees. So in this case, I've said that trees are located in a grassy and flat backyard, and that there's a friendly dog on the property, but we're going to keep them inside during the pick. Compost to be left, access to drinking water. This is all information that you would have put in when you first signed up. If anything has changed, or if you want to add anything to this, maybe you got a second dog, you can go in and edit, and this will allow you to change those details. Access to drinking water and whether there's beehives on the property is really helpful for us to know. Okay, so those are how you get to that, and that will show information about your property. Okay, and then once harvests or assessments have been done, those will show up down here. So harvests, or you can look right in a tree. So in this case, nothing's happened with this tree yet, but anything that has happened, so if there's been a pick, it'll show all the details there. And over time, that gives us more and more information about your tree and gets us closer and closer to picking it at the perfect time. If you have any questions about any of this, or the Gleaning Hub gives you any trouble, please do get in touch. Our email is fruittree@lifecycles.ca, lifecyclesproject.ca. You can also call us 250-383-5800, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Any other things here? Donating to Lifecycles is extremely appreciated. We want to keep this program going for years to come. And again, just get in touch if you have any difficulties. Thanks so much for watching.